Hello, everyone. This is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. Well, today's episode, I thought we would talk about the Giants and their first-round draft choice. There's been speculation that they're going to trade down with the Chargers because the Chargers dumped Rivers, and that's just a speculation. And that's, again, it's like Yannick Ngakoue. He's coming to the Giants because he posted something on Twitter and Instagram, even though we also posted a picture of Derek Thomas. But you know what? That's neither here nor there. So we've taken a look at the draft. We've taken a look at some quarterback-hungry teams, and we've come up with the best-case scenario if the Giants decided to trade out of the number 4 spot. Now, we made a couple phone calls into San Diego, and no one's saying anything because it's so early in the process. But the speculation is out of San Diego that more than likely Miami is either going to pick Tua or the Duck. And right now, the rumor is that the Chargers need so much help so many other places that after the Ducks' performance at the Senior Bowl, they would be more than happy to allow him to fall into their lap at 6, which means they would not have to give up either the 37th or the 71st pick of the draft to the Giants. They could keep their pick, keep their assets. They could keep their compensatory pick, which is a round 4 pick, and they don't have to do anything. You know, and that would make more sense than people just saying, "Oh, well, we're going to trade. They're going to trade because they have to trade with us because of what just happened." Because they, no, guys, it's so early in the process. We haven't even gone through personal workouts. We haven't gone through the combine. And people, I look online, I see the Instagram and the Twitter, and people are already trading. Chargers are already trading with the Giants, and the Chargers are giving the Giants everything they want. You know what? As someone that worked in the league, I wish that was the case. It's not. And then I love when people go, "Well, we have the draft value chart." Well, here's the problem with the draft value chart as well. It's a lot of ways, and a lot of GMs will tell you, a lot of ways it's garbage. You can't look at it and say, okay, well, the 6 picks is worth this, and this pick is worth that. No, you know what the pick is worth? It's worth whatever the player on the other end that the other team wants to get is what they think that value is. So the Chargers moving up 2 spots to them is probably not going to be, to get a quarterback that's probably they can fall down to him at 6 is probably not going to be what they're looking to do. Now, we did a breakdown quickly of 2 teams that we feel that really have an opportunity to trade with the Giants, and 2 teams that are, we'll touch on briefly, but you know what, they're kind of just 2 teams that, may want to make a move. The first team that we want to talk about is the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yeah, Tom Coughlin. We've talked to some people in Jacksonville, and Tom Coughlin not only got fired because of the fact that they felt that he could not relate to modern-day players. Rumor has it that Tom Coughlin also got fired because of the Nick Foles deal. The 4-year, $88 million deal. Now, in 2020, he has a $22 million cap hit. If they release him, it's $33 million in dead cap space. They're not going to release him. In 2021, he's a $26 million cap hit with $12.5 million in dead space, which is potential for it being released. And in 2022, he's a $27 million, but only $6 million in dead cap space. Now, they're not going to get rid of Foles this year, and I don't know if the stash is going to be the player, the quarterback they think he's going to be. I mean, it's one of those things that they didn't turn over the coaching staff, so he may have an opportunity to come back in, but some people are saying that his talent level, is more suited towards a backup. So they need a quarterback in Jacksonville. The only problem is also in Jacksonville, they have Yannick Ngakoue coming up free agency. Now, there's some moves that they can make where they had $10 million in rollover money from last year to the cap space, and they could also clear another $37 million. So they would have enough money to sign Yannick. But the interesting thing is, wouldn't it make more sense if they didn't have to pay 2 first-round draft choices? Jacksonville has the 9th pick and the 20th pick. Not also mentioning they have the 42nd and 73rd. At this point in time, if you think about it, the Giants could drop down to 9, and if Jacksonville was either in love with the Duck or Tua, they could jump up. They could offer the Giants the 9th and the 20th pick to move up those 5 spots and leapfrog both the Chargers and Miami. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but what I am saying is, we had, like I said, we made a couple of phone calls in the Jacksonville, and nobody's saying anything because it's so damn early in the process. But the 2 people that we did talk to said that they do not be surprised if Jacksonville is a draft day player. That could mean anything. That could mean they could be trading down, they could be trading assets. But like I said, Jackson holds the 9th, the 20th, the 42nd, and 73rd pick. Not that the Giants are going to get all those picks, but I could see Dave Gettleman smart enough to call up Jacksonville, say, okay, you give me the 9th and the 20th, and then I will turn around. You take whatever quarterback you want, except for, the one that's going number 1 overall. And you know what? You only have to pay now the 4th round draft choice, and you don't have to pay 2 first rounders, and you still keep your 42nd and your 73rd pick. That makes a lot of sense. Like I said, that makes sense for both teams. It's not just, okay, well, they need a quarterback, so they need to trade with them. No, guys, that's not how that works. Now, another team that I thought was interesting was the Colts. All right, Jacoby Brissett. You don't know if he is the quarterback to replace Luck. And honestly, I don't think the Colts know. So if you think about it, they probably the Colts are a young team that has assets in place that if they could get a franchise quarterback, that they can make a run again. They can make it move again. Now, there was some rumors coming out of Indianapolis that Luck was just taking a year off, that he retired, and that's what he was doing. He was just taking a year off to let his body heal. Then he was going to come back and sign a new contract with the Colts. I don't know if those rumors are true or not. Like I said, I spoke to some friends over in Indianapolis, and I think that's more wishful thinking on the fans' part. But if it's that's like I said, that's what they're saying. But you know what? That's neither here nor there. But if the Colts want really a franchise quarterback, they have the 13th pick, the 34th, the 44th, and the 75th. They could literally package the 13th pick in the draft along with the 34th and the 44th and send it over to the Giants for number 4. And again, that would make more sense because you know what? You're not leapfrogging, one space. And, like the Chargers were allegedly doing. And I don't think that's going to happen. And you know what? Everyone yells at me and everyone gets on my case when I say, you know what? This is what's going to happen. And what sad part is, so far, I would say 90% of the time, the stuff that we put out there has happened. People blasted me when I said Matt Rule. 20 hours before it happened, I said, Matt Rule's going to Carolina. You know what? Yeah, he went to Carolina. But why? Because we called some people in Carolina. So it was easy to find out that the owner, the scuttlebutt was a full day before. The owner wasn't going to let him go. That he was going to make him an offer he couldn't refuse, and he wasn't going to let him get on the plane. But that's neither here nor there. So to me, the Colts would make sense in that pick. Like I said, you take the 13th, the 34th, and the 44th, you trade it for the 4th. Or you could take the 13th, the 34th, and the 75th. I think Gettleman would be happy with either one of those scenarios. But like I said, I do think the Jacksonville, you take the 9th and the 20th, they send it for the 4th, they get their quarterback. He sits for a year behind Foles. If you want to restructure Foles' contract in 2021, you can. But like I said, he's only got $12.5 million in dead cap space in 2021. So not as bad as the $33 million that he's got now. But you know what? That is a better those are 2 fantastic opportunities. The other teams that you may want to look at are the Saints and the Pats. The Saints have the 24th and the 88th, and they'll probably have to throw something in from the 2021 draft. I mean, because right now, because they traded their 1 pick to Miami, so they don't have a second round pick. The Pats are interesting because they have the 23rd pick. They have 2 third rounders, 2 6 rounders. They have no second round pick And they have the compensatory picks too. I think they're around 87. I think they're the 87th pick. Again, Parcells. I keep thinking of Bill. I wanted Bill as the coach, but Belichick. I don't see him making a move for a quarterback just yet. I don't think Tom Brady's going anywhere for another year or two. Because if he would, I thought Belichick would have left already. But those are two other teams that could be in play for the Giants' fourth-round pick. These are quarterback-hungry teams, like I said. But I feel the best opportunity for the Giants, the Jacksonville Jaguar with the 9th and the 20th pick, to the Giants for the 4th pick, or the Colts with the 13th and let's say the 44th, or even the 13th and the 44th and 75th. It could be a mixture of anything, but those are the two teams that make more logical sense for Dave Gettleman to trade with, and then instead of just trading, saying, well, San Diego needs quarterback, so that's what we're doing. Hey, guys, okay, that's not how it happens. But you know what? We're all just having fun here. We're all just having a good time. This is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I would like the people that always think I'm going to be wrong to leave me a nice comment, tell me how right I was again. But like I said, we're not going to get into that. We're just busting people's chops today. We just do this for fun, guys. And like I said, we really do appreciate everyone watching and listening. And I guess I'm always supposed to add this because I'm told to add it. If you could subscribe, that would be awesome. Ring the bell, leave a like, do something. It helps us out, and we can provide more content for you and more rational thinking. So again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. Thanks for listening.